I was in a deep dark hole for like a couple of years right after that when COVID happened. And I gave up on everything. I gave up on life.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Get Off the Mic. I am your host, Lexi. And today we have the famous Don Krez, which I'm super excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You guys, Don and I literally stayed up all night planning our matching outfits.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so comment how good we look because, I mean,
yeah, it looks crazy. Look at the orange hat.
Right? But
you know what's crazy? This is backwards.
Oh, reversible?
No, I just decided to.
Oh, it's just the style.
Just a little style. Yeah,
okay.
P saw me today. He was like, "Yo, Krez, I think you have it backwards." I'm like, you think I did this without noticing?
Well, you have long hair, so it covers the tag, so it totally works.
I pulled the tag out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I needed a 360. Damn. Oh, it looks perfect. Right? I like that. The zipper's on the inside, though? All right.
Yeah, a new style.
Okay, I like it. Dawn's always 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
So, yeah. So let me introduce you guys to Don. Let me tell you a little bit about the legend himself. Don is a DJ and producer who's worked with so many amazing artists. Lil Peep, Lil Pump, Young Band, Suicide Boys, Lil Tracy, Lil Mosey, Mask The Slump God, Smokepurpp, XXXTENTACION, and the list goes on. He's DJ'd all over the world. His style is super hype, super fun. And I want to start off with your style because I always vent on this podcast about how I hate when the DJs are on the microphone.
Okay.
So, Don is one of the DJs who does it correctly. So we need like you're kind of known for like being on the mic.
For being on the mic. Yes, it's just different, you know. Every time, like when I first started DJing, I didn't like how DJs never spoke on the mic. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like wanted to become an artist myself, but I wasn't a rapper or singer or anything like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just grab the mic and do like when I'm DJing a song that my friends did or that I produce, I just rap it or go on stage and hit like mosh pit and do some crazy stuff.
Hype it up.
Yeah, hype it up.
I saw a video of you, but you're DJing and you're like, you get everybody. You just take it to the next level. Everybody's energy is like through the roof. Yeah,
that's my specialty. I mean, that's what I always wanted. That's what I pictured myself doing since, like, ever since I started DJing. I was like, I just want to go crazy. I want the crowd to feel it, you know, like just, I want to do mosh pits. I want to do everything. So I kind of started like a little wave when I started doing that. Yeah, and now let's hear your mic voice. No.
Yes. What do you mean no?
Don't put me in the spot. We'll insert a clip right here.
Like, grab the mic, just go for it. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. I won't.
I'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Because I get a little nervous. I always get anxious when I do podcasts or, like I said before, I'll go on stage. I get a little nervous too. Every time I have like that anxiety feel.
I get that. Like before you DJ.
Yeah.
You have like the little nerves.
Yeah. The heebie-jeebies.
As soon as I start, I'm good. As soon as I transition from 1 to 2, I'm all right, I'm good.
For sure.
Everything's working. And I got this.
For some reason, I always second guess myself. And I know that I'm going to kill it, but I'm just like, oh shit, what if I fuck up? What if I do this?
No, that's natural.
Yeah, it is.
That's natural. All right, we're going to play a little game because, you know, I've had a lot of like music people on here, but I mean, some DJs too, but I'm excited to have a DJ on. So,
okay.
And I know you've worked a lot in the rap world and stuff, but you're also doing a lot of EDM nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with that, I started in EDM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I started like booking EDM acts in Miami first. And then I went into the rap world.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was vice versa. All right, so this game is this trend on like TikTok where you choose one or the other. So I'm gonna give you two people.
Like which one's better?
And you choose which one you like better.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
John Summit or Dom Dolla?
Don Krez. I'm kidding. Let's start it over.
That was great, though. Now I feel like we shouldn't even play the game.
No, let's play.
Dom Dolla or John Summit?
John Summit.
Okay, John Summit or Skrillex?
Skrillex.
Skrillex or Diplo?
Diplo.
Diplo or Fisher?
Oh, damn. Diplo.
Diplo or Steve Aoki?
Diplo.
Diplo or Chris Lake?
Damn. That's a hard one. Diplo.
Diplo or Calvin Harris?
Diplo.
Diplo or Disco Lines?
I don't even know what that is. But
Oh,
Diplo.
shit. He's like, I'm like low-key in love with him. I only like his music because he's hot.
Damn. Me too. No Diddy.
Diplo takes the day.
Yeah. Only because he's versatile. Like he does everything. You know, he does hip hop. He does Afrobeat. Like he does everything. Mainstream music.
Right.
All of that.
Right.
So,
I get that.
I respect that.
I have mad respect for. I honestly have mad respect for all these DJs.
Yeah. No. For sure.
But when it comes down to it, like.
But Diplo's like a legend.
He's a legend.
You know, his aura. He has
legend.
100 points in aura for me.
Whoa, I've never heard that sound before. I want to give a big shout out to a new producer behind the desk today who was actually a guest on this podcast, Leon Zeller.
Lee.
And then we have Corey Evan back there, and he's always here.
Hi, everybody.
But
So good.
We're happy to be here and help out for the first day.
but Corey hasn't thrown in those extravagant sounds that Leon's got going on back
I got
there.
the magical
So-
sounds.
Right. So where are you from?
Miami.
I'm in Miami.
Well,
bitch.
okay. I'm lying right now. I was born in Orlando,
Okay.
but I moved to Miami when I was.
Are you a Disney adult?
Well, yeah, I love Disney. Yeah, I love Disney.
Being from Orlando, you have to, right?
Yeah.
No, my sister, she's like a little too far when it comes to like the Disney thing. We go every year, like any city. Like we're gonna go in Paris. We go in California. We go like every year. She's like 30. We're adults.
Yeah.
And we still go full force Disney. Like
I love the theme parks.
ears and everything, and I like dread it. But it's growing on me a lot. I love Disney, but 14 hours in the park.
I could do that. You know what's crazy? My uncle used to work at Disney, so he used to always give me the hopper passes.
Ooh,
and me and my brother
hookup.
used to, me and my cousins, my brother used to always go to Disney.
The hookup. You got the VIP treatment.
The VIP
Disney.
the 4-park hopper ticket. We go to every park.
We've done all 4 parks in literally one day.
Oh, yeah, I've done
People have
that
been
too.
like, that's impossible. I'm like, no,
that's
if
possible.
you know
You go there
Disney-
early, you do your little routine.
Yeah.
And it's the same routine every time I go.
But the Orlando one is like way bigger than the California one. So I'm like, how are we getting there at 7 a.m. and staying until close, Caroline? Like, is this necessary?
It is super necessary.
I just needed a freaking drink.
I haven't been to Disneyland over here.
Oh, we should
I've
go.
only been, I'm down. I'm so down to go.
No, it's fun. I do enjoy it. But like next time I'm sneaking in tequila because they only have drinks at certain spots.
Can you sneak in tequila?
They allow you to bring drinks in.
No way.
Swear to God.
No way.
I walked in
You
with
could
my
bring your own bottle?
Starbucks. Yeah. I walked in with my Starbucks. I was like,
Oh, so you could like fake it out. Mm-hmm. Smart. You're a smart one. You're a
Yep.
genius.
yep, we're going to Disney.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you're from Orlando. Well,
Born
from
in Orlando, raised
born
in Miami.
Orlando, raised. What was it like growing up in Miami?
You grow up at such an early age, you know, like you're already at clubs. They're doing
That's
the
what I
all
was
ages
thinking.
clubs from like 11 to, it's crazy.
11 years old.
Because they're throwing school dances
Oh,
at
11
11
p.m.
No. When you're 11, when you just get to middle school,
I remember going to
they
like
do school dances, and then like at 12 you're going to all ages clubs. I kid you not. When you're in middle school,
12?
yeah. And
when
then
I was 12, we went to
there's
one
like,
of those like beach towns, and they had the DJ Pauly D was DJing.
Yeah, it's all ages.
And it was all ages. And I had to lie because it was 16, but I was 12 and I looked 16.
Yeah, no, they got all ages clubs going on. They have some things called get-togethers. You grow up at such an early age that it's normal. So when I talk to people about when I started partying and I started, you know, dabbling in drugs, everybody's like trips out like, you were 12? I was like, yeah, I was.
You were 12?
And I'm like, and it's crazy because my middle school was connected to my high school. So whatever the high school kids were doing, I was doing too.
So were all your friends older than you?
Yeah, a little older. Because I have an older brother and an older sister.
The baby.
Yeah.
The youngest one is always the coolest.
But I was the coolest one. I was about to say that.
Yeah, I'm the youngest too. I get it.
I love you, my bro and sis.
We're always the wild ones, I feel like, though.
Yeah.
Because like the parents were strict in the first few, and then the last one they didn't give a shit.
I was lost cause. I was out, and I would come home like at 1 o'clock on a school night whenever I wanted to. Like nothing done to me. I had my own key.
Zero punishment.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll get punished, but I just didn't care.
Oh.
Yeah, my
mom.
mom.
You just sneak out if you were grounded anyway.
No, my mom would be like, "Oh, you better come back early." I'm like, "Oh, I'll just get back at whatever time I wanted." She'd be like, she wouldn't even care. Like after a moment, she'd be like, "Oh, whatever."
That's the props of being the youngest child.
Yeah. But I learned a lot, you know, as a young kid. I learned a lot just going around the neighborhood not by myself, but with my friends. All of us grew up like, you know, with like not with a father figure, with an OG, like somebody in the neighborhood that's way older than us. So like he was teaching us how to be respectful in life, the things to do in life, you know, just how to be a man.
Right.
So it wasn't like we were lost causes, like walking around doing hoodlum stuff.
What area in Miami?
Kendall.
Okay.
It's
I don't know.
A bunch of Cubans, a bunch of Hispanic people just gathered up in one area.
Huh.
Yeah.
So then how did you start getting into music? Was it the clubs at 12 years old that motivated you like, yo, I want to be in the nightlife?
No, crazy thing. I was in the acting and dance academy at a young age. Yeah, I started like when I was like 5, 6 years old.
I keep noticing that like a lot of dancers and go to be DJs. I was a dancer as well, and like another DJ who was here the other week, he was a dancer. I had no idea. So you can break it down.
Yeah, I did ballroom. Like I won tournaments.
Shut up.
Yeah. I did a dance power. Do you know what dance power is?
No.
It was a big. It's like a
dance competition, like Star Power. I remember Star Power.
Star Power. That's what it is. Star Power.
Star
not
Power.
That.
I would
Star
compete
Power.
in that too. Yeah.
So I was in an academy called Dance Town.
Okay.
It's like the most famous one out there, and I did a Michael Jackson impersonation with a whole group, and I won.
Do you have videos of this?
Oh yeah, I have a lot.
You have to. We gotta clip them.
We gotta
clip it. Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So you grew up dancing.
Dancing and acting. I did like TV shows, movies.
Cause I remember like especially back in the day, like Orlando, Miami was like one of the main spots for like TV and.
Yeah, I did some stuff. A TV show called Sábado Gigante. It was like every Saturday, and that was like one of the reoccurring. Like I'll be like I'll be like talking Spanish to, like I'll be a judge for people that dance and sing. I'll be like, you suck, like in Spanish.
Were you like Simon Cowell?
Nah, I was fair. But I got videos of all this. They're still in VHS. I'm still trying to convert them to DVD or USB.
I just shrunk.
I saw.
So then that led you into producing, or?
Yeah, I just liked music the whole time. I just didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to produce or rap or do something. And like when I was like 12, 13 in middle school, I made like a small studio in my room. Mm-hmm. With a karaoke machine.
No way.
And a desktop. And I will have my friends come over. I'll play a song. I'll make it backwards in a cassette tape. Record it there and then transfer it to the desktop.
No way.
Yeah.
What instruments did you play? Did you?
Oh, I never played instruments. No. I played like that box, the tapping box when you sit down. And
I love that thing. I want one.
I was good at that
so bad.
But my brother was really good at guitar. That's it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I always sucked at instruments. I didn't have the patience to really sit down and learn. I was like, I'm gonna do something, but it's just not that.
It's not gonna be the traditional way.
And then I found out about DJing and producing. I was like, okay, I'm doing this.
This is it.
This is my shit.
What did you start producing on?
Ableton.
Okay, cool.
That was the first thing I started on, and I just learned through YouTube. I got really good at it.
Literally, you can learn.
What do you produce on?
Ableton.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. So you started off with dance music then?
Yeah, with EDM, because I used to throw all ages parties when I was in 8th grade, and then when I went to high school, I started throwing like ranch parties, mansion parties, and I was DJing them.
Oh,
with me and my friends. So
what equipment did you start off using?
Oh, just a laptop and virtual DJ.
No way.
Yeah. That's all I did. Just put the aux.
Shut up.
Yeah, virtual DJ everywhere.
That's crazy.
Even at a club and in those small venues that we did in, I just plug in virtual DJ and DJ off it.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I was,
Look how far you've come.
Right. And then eventually I started using CDJ 2000s, but that was not till like I even went on tour doing virtual DJ.
Shut
like the first tours that we did, the first 3-4 tours, I was just virtual DJing everywhere.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
And then eventually, like when I scaled in,
it's time to retire from virtual.
Yeah, I was like, I have to learn something else. And then the
funny.
CDJs came through.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wow. So what tour were you on when you were DJing on virtual DJ?
So we did Puya and Fat Nick. That was like the first tour that I booked, and then after that it was Young Simi, Rob Banks, Suicide Boys, and then at Suicide Boys it was different because it was a different level of like it came from 500 people to 3,000 people.
Right.
So I had to switch it up. I had to do something different.
It's big boy time.
Yeah. I gotta do CDJs. Because I would go to the venue. They'll be like, okay, sound check. They'll have CDJs waiting for me.
And you're like,
I'm like, no. I have my laptop with virtual DJ. That was so embarrassing.
What was the reaction you would get?
I mean, I know they didn't want to say anything, but I felt it. I felt their vibe. They're like, you just need an aux cord? I'm like, yeah, just give me an aux cord.
That's kind of badass though, that you're like doing like huge shows like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and you probably brought the energy. That's probably why these artists loved having you on tour.
Yeah, oh no, that's for sure one of the main reasons they loved having me on tour.
Like the hype.
Yeah.
Get everyone ready.
Yeah, there was like this one era which was like, it was like 5 years of my life where it was, I would come out of one tour and then start another tour. So I'll have 2-week breaks. And I was on tour for 5 years.
And were you producing for the artists that you went on tour with?
I was producing, but I was mainly A&Ring. So like, let's say a producer would send me something. And I'm like, oh, this song is good. This beat is good. And I'm like, this sounds good with Suicide Boys. So this sounds good with Lil Peep or, one of them. And then I'll give them the beat. So I'll just A&R certain things.
So were you working as an A&R for...
Yeah, I was working for eventually, okay, this is like years later, but eventually I started working for a company called 88 Rising.
Oh, yeah.
So that's who I started really executive producing for mainly. So eventually those little things that I was doing when I first started became like an actual big thing for a big company.
Right.
I helped them out get to where they're at right now.
Wow.
So it was fun.
That's sick.
Yeah.
So like, how was working with Lil Peep? Like, you've worked with legends.
Yeah. Well, friends in my eyes, but legends and everybody. They're legends regardless.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, they were...
It was like working with Lil Peep. It was, I mean, that was my good friend, family member. Like, the first time he came out to Los Angeles, he lived with me.
Claw. Turn the White Claw.
Yeah. That's so weird. Shut up, Leon.
I have strict and strict.
Damn it, Leon, you just got me fucking on focus.
It just and it like was so creepy. I felt like there was like a
I was like,
ghost in
what's
my
happening?
ear.
I tried to do it subtly.
Turn the
Yo, you know what's crazy? I haven't seen you. I haven't turned my head in a while, and I thought there was like 100 people here.
We'll eventually get there where we have live audience,
That'll be fun.
right?
I've done something like that, but okay, yeah. What were we saying? Where were we at before, Leon?
In the middle of like a very serious, really cool portion of this podcast.
The White Claw. What the fuck?
Corey told me.
Damn you, Corey.
You're welcome. I was like, oh, right. He would get mad if he told him.
Fired.
You don't even pay me. Shut up.
Oh, shit. You're fired.
I
You're
know
welcome.
I'm sweating.
That was funny. All right, Leon.
Okay.
Where were we at? We were into something serious right now. And
Yeah.
Label A&R
Lil Peep.
executive.
Oh, Little Peep. Wait, what was it?
You were talking about working with Lil Peep and how awesome it is. Actually, the fact that he's your
Leon,
friend.
can you please just not talk? So we can get this conversation going. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Leon. All right, yeah, okay. So getting back to it, working with Lil Peep was crazy. Like I was saying, he flew out to California and then he moved in with me the first time he ever came out here.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So it was crazy. It was like a little brother I had to take care of. It was because he was a wild one. Everybody knows the stories about.
Yeah.
But he was like a wild one. But he was just full of life, and he was so good. Like he was so creative. The music he was doing was different. When I heard his music,
sure.
yeah, it was way different. And how I first met him before he moved in with me was on tour. We went on tour because we had booked a tour with Smokepurpp, Lil Peep, and Fat Nick. And we went on tour all together. So
That had to have been the time in your life.
that was a crazy time.
Were you guys wild?
Yeah, well, I mean, they turned my wild down because I had to take care of them.
You had to be the mature one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I'm way older, not way older than them, but I'm, a couple years older than them. And
It's like you big brother vibes.
yeah, so like, and the hotel room was me, Smokepurpp, and Lil Peep.
Oh my God.
So imagine I had to every 15 minutes.
Who did you share the bed with?
Depends.
They actually all slept in.
We all slept in the same
one,
bed. Yeah.
Cuddle sesh.
How'd you know? How you know? You pulled up once, huh?
I was there. I was one of the groupies.
That's how we met, didn't we?
I don't know.
I don't know, me neither.
We met at a party.
I was gonna ask you.
No, but in reality, how did we meet? We
I don't
met at
know.
a party for sure.
Maybe, yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah,
I was like, when you texted me, I saw our text messages. I'm like, oh, we texted?
like on Instagram, and like I think our messages started in like 2019.
Yeah, that's 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. And that's why when everybody was telling me like DJ Lexi, they're like, oh, we're booking DJ Lexi for this event. I'm like, Lexi, I know her.
I mean, when we met, I wasn't doing
No,
the DJ stuff.
you were a rapper.
Oh,
Or you were doing music.
I messaged you April 22nd, 2019. Hey, we met at Cella.
Wait, Coachella? Do you live in LA? Damn, okay.
Ooh, I was hitting on you.
Yes, I do. Okay.
So we met at Coachella. That answers it.
Oh, yeah. When we did, it was Smokepurpp and Lil Pump.
What?
When I DJ for Smokepurpp and Lil Pump.
At Coachella?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the Gucci Gang thing.
I saw you
Yeah.
DJing. That's why I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
That's wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That was a freaking amazing show.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That
You want to know
was
something crazy
such
about
a
that
good
show?
show?
I don't remember anything about it.
No.
I don't.
You guys put on a good fucking show.
It was crazy. It was. All I know is when we were like talking about it, like we didn't even rehearse or do anything. We just said, okay, we're gonna do these songs and just go out there and kill them.
That's crazy. Yeah. I remember being like blown away by that show, for real. The hype, the energy was like, wow, I'm so glad that I just looked that up because I forgot about that.
It was crazy because I don't remember anything about it, so I had to look into the live of Coachella because I was getting text messages like, oh, you killed it. You did good. And I was in the trailer and I was like, I don't remember shit. Yeah.
Just because of like were you fucked up?
I was fucked up. Because before we even got there, we were in the trailers doing mad drugs. Like, hey, okay, nobody do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
We are not endorsing
we're not endorsing none of this, but I'm just saying out of experience of what not to do.
Right.
What not to do before going out and experiencing something great in your life.
Because I wish you would remember.
I wish I could remember. I see it. I saw the live, but I can't remember that feeling.
I mean, I'm sure you will another show, but each show has its own specific feeling and energy to it, so you'll never ever get to.
I just remember the before and after, and I remember just like waiting to get on there, and we were all talking in the back, like just let's go. Just
what's that moment like?
It's
like
crazy.
Pre-Coachella performance, what are you feeling?
Okay, so this is what happened. We get to the Van Nuys Airport, I think, wherever. I don't even know. I'm probably making that up right now. But we get somewhere where a helicopter is at.
Right.
And then we take a Puma helicopter straight to Coachella. We get off.
Where does it land?
I wish I don't even know. It landed somewhere.
Like walk the people through it.
All right, so
a lot of people,
it landed
99.9% of people in this world are never going to
experience I'm gonna explain it. It landed in an airstrip somewhere.
Okay.
And we get picked up and get taken to the Airbnb that we were at. And the Airbnb is nice. It has a mini golf course. It has a pool.
I love golf.
Yeah. It has like 6 rooms. All right, so we were there. We have a couple of shots, do a little something. And then we ride to Coachella. And then we're in the trailer. Look, this is the crazy part. We're in the trailer all hanging out. Lil Pump comes through. We start talking about the set. And then ASAP Rocky walks in. French Montana walks in. Taking shots of Hennessy. And then we were just like already gone. We were, we already did Blow. If you want to censor it, we could censor it. We did Blow. And then there was some dude that was giving Blow, but it was ketamine.
Oh, no.
And I was on some different shit. I was like tripping.
Before the show?
Before the show. And then we took ecstasy. So we were in a different vibe. Our energy levels was crazy. We were
because if you're doing coke before a performance, that's an upper.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, people are out here doing ketamine, and it's a horse tranquilizer. Yeah. So it will literally, some people can't even walk after doing it.
See, that was the first time I ever tried, they told me it was cocaine, but I did.
Before a performance.
Yeah. So we did ketamine, and then I was like, what's going on? And they told me, oh, just do more Blow, and then you'll jump out of what you're feeling. And I don't condone doing drugs,
how
guys.
How short are we of time until you have to go
Probably
on stage?
like T minus 45 minutes to get on stage. But mind you, everybody's out there getting fucked up. I don't say not everybody, just like the squad that I was in. The squad, my people, because we just go crazy every time. And
it's a full send every time.
Yeah. So that was going on. So I'm tripping out. Like I'm going crazy. And then ASAP Rocky tells me. They start telling ASAP Rocky, Pump and Purpp tell ASAP Rocky what I've done for the whole scene and stuff. And ASAP Rocky was like, yo, Krez. He's like, you remind me of Yams. Stay alive for us for a little longer. And I'm like, damn. That was the whole, I don't remember anything, but I remember that time. Wow. I remember when that happened. So it was like a story that I always tell everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we got ready. Everybody got up and we're like, all right, stage time. We got into the golf carts. We're going to the stage, and I didn't even imagine how much people were gonna be there.
That was like huge.
Thousands.
What stage was that?
I don't even remember.
The one that's like this.
Yeah. It goes like this. It goes like
the rain. It's like a rainbow. Is it? I forget.
Is it the Sahara tent? No, it's not the SARS. Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. We just did a big tent or a big stage.
It's like there's main stage and there's on stage. Like it's.
So my muscle memory just kicked in there, and the rest is I just don't know.
Dude, that was hype.
Yeah, I remember just running on stage, going crazy, and everybody going crazy. I saw the audience going crazy, and that's it. From there, I blacked out and then ended up in the trailer again. I was like, did we just do that?
We did it.
We did. Everybody was hyped up, like, yo, you guys killed it. I'm like,
What
yeah.
a fun
Getting text
feeling.
messages from my homies, like, oh, yo, you fucking killed it. I saw it on live. Like, wow. I'm like, I'm trying to remember, like, what songs did we start with? What songs did we end with?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It was
We
done.
killed it.
And you guys left a freak. I'm so glad that I just looked at our DMs because that reminded me of how much fun I had at
That's
that set.
crazy.
I had
Yeah.
so much fun at that set.
It was fun. That was like an important time in my life.
Yeah.
To go to
For
Coachella, perform in Coachella.
Have you done any other Coachellas?
I haven't, but I'll do another Coachella soon.
And that Coachella was a big deal because it was like before COVID.
Yeah, 2019.
That was like the last
year.
hurrah.
Yeah. That was when I was peaking. I was like, I was high on life. I thought I was invincible. Like I was doing, I was everywhere, just doing shows everywhere, and just enjoying life.
That's so sick.
It was
Dude,
fun.
congrats on your life.
Thank you.
That is so sick.
But it gets a little depressing after that.
Oh, okay. Walk us through it.
Walk you through it. All right. And COVID happened. After peaking in life, COVID happened.
And playing the biggest show and then having 0 live interactions allowed to occur.
So so that happened. I was like I was saying, we were doing drugs every day. I was on opiates. I was doing Percocets, sipping lean, doing all that. And then it got dark.
Real rock style life.
I don't condone drug use, but it's a learning lesson. I feel like everybody needs to hear this story because you could have everything you ever wanted in life, but as soon as you go down a deep rabbit hole, like taking Percocets and opiates, and then you land yourself with heroin and fentanyl, and then just like I was in a deep dark hole for like a couple of years right after that when COVID happened, and I gave up on everything. I gave up on life. I never answered my phone for anybody. Like I was just in a dark hole in downtown. I had like a big penthouse for no reason. I was just by myself in a couch, laying down on drugs, just depressed. I thought that everybody just gave up on me, but everybody was just waiting for me to get better. But that's the mindset that you have. You're at a peak in life when you have everything you ever wanted, but you're so I was not grateful for it. Yeah, so it was like what, like 2 years of just consumed with like I was in the opiates hard. I couldn't leave my house if I didn't have if I didn't get high. I had to be high to leave. I couldn't talk to people because my anxiety was crazy. It was crazy. I gave up. I gave up on everything. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything for my life. But now I've been 2 years sober off opiates.
Wow! Congratulations.
So everything has a.
And like, I mean, I'm sure through that time you've seen friends go through it as well, and like
I've seen friends pass away.
Yeah, it's so sad.
So it's sad. Like Lil Peep, passed away of fentanyl, but it was a fake Xanax pill. So I've seen, I seen that, and that didn't even change my mind. Like you would expect that if your close friends passes away off fentanyl, that I wouldn't do it. But then I ended up, one of them just buying bags of fentanyl, and it's just crazy. And a lot of people would tell me, "Oh, it's crazy. You can't get out of it." Like doctors would tell me that, therapists would tell me that. Like, oh, it's hard to get out of it if you get clean now.
I was gonna say, what steps did you take to quit?
Well, one day I woke up one day and I was like kind of tired of it. Like I was tired of it. My heart wasn't feeling right. Maybe it was my anxiety, and so my heart was like going crazy because I was thinking about my life and what I've done and everything. So I just started having anxiety attacks for a week straight. I was just waking up with anxiety. I wasn't even sleeping because the anxiety does not let you sleep. And then I was calling rehab centers. I'm like, oh, how much does it cost to get in here? They're like, oh, it costs this amount. And I was like, damn. At that moment, I spent all my money. I was just making money off my streams, and I was at rock bottom. I had nothing to live for anymore. But I just wanted to change, and I kept calling rehab centers, keep calling them, and they kept telling me, oh, it's like $20,000, $30,000.
So expensive.
And at that time, I was like, yo, I don't got money to pay for that. So some dude just answered, and he's like, you know what? Right now, just go to the hospital. Just go to the hospital. And I'm like, okay. I listened to him. I went to the hospital, and they got me clean. But they told me, they sat me down. They're not supposed to get people that are withdrawing opiates in the hospital. They usually send you out to a rehab center. And that's why a lot of people don't get clean, because they don't got the money to get clean.
And
so they just kept me in there because I guess it was like the good energy. And I don't know what it was, but they kept me in there 5 days. And
a miracle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then 5 days later, 6 days later, I came out and I was like, I'm never coming back here again. And they told me, they're like, only 10% of the people actually make it out. So 90% go back. That's the statistics.
Wow.
10% of the people that get sober within 5 days make it out. 90% come back within 6-7 months.
Well, I think that's, like, you took the initiative to do that yourself.
Yeah.
No one was like, oh, you gotta.
Yeah. I did wake up.
You woke up and you were like, oh, I need to take care of this.
Yeah. No, for sure. It was just crazy because I couldn't even be on Instagram because I felt so bad for myself. I look at Instagram, see my friends doing what they kept on doing, and then I just feel super bad for myself. Dang. But like I said, you could have a peak of everything. This is like a good learning lesson for a lot of people out there. And I want everybody to know this. You could love whatever you want. You could be doing whatever you love to do. But if you don't do the right steps and live the right life, you could always end up in rock bottom. And I feel like when people hit rock bottom, certain people need to hit rock bottom to understand what you have in front of you. And then certain people just know the right moves to make and just keep proceeding. So I'm saying, like, not everybody needs to hit rock bottom, because a lot of people say, oh, you got to hit rock bottom to get to your best, to, your fullest potential. No. Some people just know what to do. They're guided through some path that they understand what they're doing. But some people just, they get, they do drugs. And yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Wow. So then after like COVID, how did you get back into the groove of things, or did you continue to work after you handled all that?
No, so after I handled all that, I just started getting phone calls out of nowhere. Like, as soon as I got,
your energy was good and new, and like that'll come to you.
I'm a big believer in manifesting and energy and all that. So as soon as I got sober and I started posting again on Instagram, people started hitting me up and calling me and like, oh, let's work, let's do something. Oh, I'm proud of you. Let's make something happen. And then that's when I started meeting new artists, and I started helping them out and meeting new people, started hanging out with my old friends. And that's how I start getting back in the groove. Right now I feel good. I'm happy. I am drinking a little bit,
Hey, I seem to have that effect on people.
Yeah, Lexi got me drinking right now.
Like Corey over there doesn't drink, and like
no,
here and there he'll take shots with me.
You know what? I am trying to finish drinking though. Oh, I bet she does.
I what?
You still get drunk before I do.
Yeah. He'll drink the same amount, and like I'm drunk, and he's like, I don't feel shit. I'm like, okay, well, you're driving my car.
Don't drink and drive. That's not good.
No, I never, ever do that. That's, Corey.
Never, right?
Corey would never let me do that, and yeah.
Don't drink and drive, guys, please.
We have a lot of morals. I think they should show this at schools.
They should. They should for sure.
Oh, that's so funny.
But I'm glad to be here with you in the podcast. It's crazy. 5 years.
Yeah, 5
5
years I
years.
slid in your DM.
Yeah. And now we're here. I get off the mic. I'm proud of you, actually. I've seen your growth. You've done a lot of things. You've been experimenting with a lot of things.
Yeah, I feel like I finally found my lane, especially when it comes to music. And I've like fallen in love with the DJ
it's fun, right?
stuff. And like, it's like I was doing the other music stuff and nothing really like felt 100%. And now it does. So
that's so sick. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. What about your songs? I mean, I was listening to a lot of your songs on the way over.
Oh, just now, just because we're gonna do this podcast.
I've heard them before, but I really liked the Bernie Sanders song.
I forgot about that song, but it's good. I like it.
We Won't.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. When I play that on tour, it will go crazy.
That.
And that's me and my two friends in the background saying, I
loved that.
Yeah.
That part really, really
got me
like, going.
We won't. Damn, thank you for reminding me.
Going. You have some fire music.
I'm making some, I've been making some good music now. I got some tech house music coming. Yeah.
That's my fave. That's like my vibe.
Yeah, and I've been producing some like Jersey stuff, some drill music stuff too.
Some Jersey club.
Yeah. So it's been fun.
That's going to be sick.
I just got it back. I got my mojo back. I'm in the studio. I feel like I'm better than before. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I just got my mojo back. It feels good to be in the studio now, producing music, just having fun. Not having like a deadline or like, oh, you got to produce this for this artist, so get on there right now.
Right. The pressure of it. Does that sometimes mess with like your creativity?
Of course. There's been times I've been in the studio for a month and anything I've made doesn't sound good. Like
because it's like, oh, you're required to do this.
To make it for this one person or to make it for this one project. And when I would be working on it, every time I rehear it, I'm like, I don't like it.
Your day-to-day, like when you don't have a deadline to hit or whatever, like how do you work? Are you just making stuff on your own or like at home, or is it what's like your vibe?
I just go through like drum packs and sounds and just whatever I hear and I feel that day. I just make it. Yeah. Or sometimes I'll be driving and I'll hear a song and I'll Shazam it and I'm like, okay, I want to make something like this, and that's what I do.
Just find those little things that spark
or I
the
just
inspiration.
Go down Instagram, and Instagram gives me some inspiration, some ideas. Like even noises, like a noise like this will give me inspiration to do a song.
Mm-hmm. Or like a fart or something.
Yeah, some shit like that.
No, that's cool though. But so when you have deadlines, how do you get past that creativity block? Is there like anything you do?
Don't. I've never got past the deadline. I mean, I've never hit a deadline. When the deadline comes, I'm always like 2-3 weeks off.
Really?
Yeah. I'm bad at timing. I need to work on that a little bit.
But you probably, when they come to you and are like, okay, produce a track for this artist, like, I mean, you probably have so many tracks just sitting there that you could go off of.
I have a ton of tracks.
That's what I would think.
But I have this thing, I got to work on that, but I have this thing where I just like lowball myself. When I hear it and I'm like, no, I don't like it. But then I show it to other people and they're like, yo, this is sick. And I'm like, no, it's not. And I never drop it or I never, give it a time of day. But I got to get better at that.
Is there instances where they say they need a track for this artist, but you never are actually in the room with that artist to vibe off of?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
See, that like, I feel like it's easier to, if you were with that person to
But the thing is, like, when that happens, I always kind of decline it. It's only happened to me like a few times too. Oh, yo, can you help this guy out? And he'll be like in a different country, and I can't really work on it. So it really never happens. But But my thing is, if I'm gonna work with an artist, and this is how I want things. If I'm gonna work with an artist, I need to be in the studio with them, have a good team around me. Like, it's not only me producing, I need producers with me to like bounce off ideas with, because I feel like just my ideas are good, but I feel like it'll be way better if I have other producers around me, just sharing, bouncing off ideas and making things happen.
Yeah, it's definitely a team, a group effort, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely the best way. So I saw you have the Don, Krez and Friends agency.
Yeah.
So what's that about? Like taking from your hometown, Miami, and you've had these artists that I'm sure you've like really fuck with.
Yeah.
And you've brought them on tour and given them awesome opportunities.
Yeah, so it all started off in Miami. I used to book a bunch of EDM artists at a club called Mecca, and I just booked them. And then out of nowhere, I found out about some underground artist called Young Simi. And I had a studio at that point. I opened up a studio in Miami.
Oh, wow.
And then one of the clients was like, yo, I'm good friends with Young Simi and he needs a studio. So I was like, yo, he could come record over here for free whenever he wants. So he'll just come and just make music and stuff. And I saw his followers going up. He dropped a famous song called Threats. It went viral. It was crazy. It was the first thing that came out of Miami to put the underground scene on.
Oh, sick.
And then I just had the knowledge of booking EDM artists at the club in Miami. So I was like, maybe I could do this everywhere.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe I could call these clubs and book them there and see what happens. And then I met Puya and Fat Nick, and I saw their following, and I'm like, yo, let me book a tour for you, Fat Nick, and Young Simi. And they didn't believe me. I didn't even believe me either, because I never done it before. I was just like, oh, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just call. So I started calling these clubs in different cities, like, yo, I got, I'm part of this group. I was lying. I was like, yo, we're bringing in 500 people each city. And they're like, oh, for real? I'm like, yeah, can we book a date? And they're like, yeah, it's $1,500 to book this venue. I'm like, okay, cool. Can we book it? And I'll send you the money after. I did that with like 17 cities. The first tour we ever...
Not having money to back it up?
Not having money.
Shut
up. I convinced a couple clubs.
Shut up. That would scare the shit out of me.
I just knew I had to do something. Like, I'm like, I stayed 2 months just working, just consistently calling like clubs and just lying to them, saying, yo, I got the money. I'm going to send you the money a week before tour, or 2 weeks before tour. They're like, okay, cool. At that moment, nobody has ever done that. So the clubs didn't know that people were just like, could lie about that, you know? And they could easily cancel the show if the deposit doesn't get through.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to get the money soon. We're going to send it to you. And they're like, okay, cool. So they confirmed it. And then I just went on Purple Ticket, something like Ticketmaster, where you sell tickets at. And then I got money from there and paid the deposit.
So
after.
like selling tickets for the show?
Yeah, we were selling tickets for the show, and I got some money from there. And I also had I don't know if you know, a Bella Danger.
Bella Danger?
A Bella Danger. She's a big porn star.
Oh,
she's
okay.
really big. She gave me half.
To check her out later.
Yeah.
You boys wanna come over?
All right, damn. Look at her, bro. Get her for some movies. She's a good actor. She's such a good actor.
All right, so you had.
She paid
how does she play into this?
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
Oh, you.
But I just know her. I just know her. I've known her for a long time, and I just told her, I'm like, yo, can you please invest in us and invest in the first tour?
Cool.
And she just believed in it and gave us the first check, and we paid all the deposits off 2 weeks before the tour.
So you were actually in her videos then, right? Prior to this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You could check me out. I was called Bruno Dickens.
That's sick. Investor. Okay.
Yeah, investor. So she paid for the tour. She paid for us to get on tour, half of it. And the first tour we booked, we sold out 16 out of 17 cities.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were spoiled from the beginning.
Hell
And mind you,
yeah.
I didn't even know we were gonna do that. Like, I met these kids and I saw their fan base, and I just believed in them. I'm like, yo, they could probably bring a couple hundred people each city. And we did Denver. Denver was sold out. We did San Antonio, 800 people sold out. We did all of Texas was sold out. By the way, we did California
Wow.
sold out. It was insane. The first tour I ever booked as Don Krez and Friends sold out.
Wow.
And then from there, I was like, okay, maybe I should just keep bringing all these Miami artists out. And then after that, I did Young Simi, and it sold out. Well, not all of it, but we did good. And then Lil Peep, Smokepurpp, Fat Nick, good. And then Suicide Boys. And then it just kept going up from there.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was Don Krez and Friends.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I was part of some big festival called Day Night Music Festival in Santa Ana. And it was crazy. We had A$AP Rocky, Suicide Boys. Before all that, we had Flume, an EDM DJ. So
Flume.
yeah, so it was a crazy time.
Wow.
Just doing Don Krez and Friends stuff. And
When was that? When did this happen?
this was like 2016 to 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick. That's so cool.
Yeah.
To be able to just like go out on a limb, like not knowing, and then it turning into
And
like,
it just turned out really good.
that's fucking dope. What was your favorite tour you went on?
I went in an Asian tour with 88 Rising with Joji, Higher Brothers, and Rich Brian.
DJing?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was different because I got to experience different cultures, different countries.
Yeah. What's like your favorite country you've been to? Like, that's so cool.
Japan was
Really?
pretty crazy. Yeah, Japan was fun. It's just different. It's everything they tell you about, like everything you see online, videos, and it's just amazing. The people there are great. The food is amazing. And you could actually go eat dinner.
I bet.
You could eat dinner and pet cats at the same time.
I'm like the biggest cat person you'll ever meet. I love cats.
And there's a lot
They
of
have cats at the restaurant?
yeah. It's crazy. You should go to like an anime restaurant too, and girls are dressed up as like Sailor Moon serving you.
Up.
It's kind of weird, It's not weird, but it's fun. And also, you could rent like a go-kart, like playing super like Mario go-kart
Yeah.
in the streets.
In the streets?
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to see
That's
that.
fun, that's fun.
I would probably be terrified because
Yeah.
I suck at driving, but
Quick question: what's the craziest stuff you've done? What's the craziest DJ set you've done?
I played Beyond One Fest. I played Arias was on the lineup, Matt Stefanina, Blau.
So how'd you feel before getting on stage? I'm interviewing you
That
right now.
was like my biggest show. And before getting on stage, I was a little nervous for sure. And then this
Tell me, I want to
DJ
hear it.
before me was trying to mess with me.
What do you mean?
Okay, first of all, he was so rude. We had there's only so many dressing rooms. And him and I were in the one together. It was spacious. Like, there's, and he's like, oh, I'm in here with you.
His ego was at 11, not at 10. It was at 11.
And I was like, it was just me and one of my girls was with me. Like, I was taking up no space. Like, I didn't have shit. Like, yeah. And I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you too.
And what, he was ignoring you, or he was just giving you the shoulder?
So he was on before me. He was probably pissed that he was on before me.
He's like, who is this DJ Alexi girl?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm way better. I bet he was thinking that.
So he does this set. I come on like to plug in. He literally like thought that I wouldn't know what I was doing because people sometimes tend to think that when they see like a female DJ and like
misogynist.
Yeah. And I literally like I go through a checklist before when I plug in. I make sure everything's boom, boom, boom. And he'd purposely put like so that the crossfader, he like switched the A B. He put like this one on.
Yeah.
A, and I was like, okay, sir. Like,
Wait, you used the crossfader?
No, I keep it on through.
Yeah,
but
that's
he
loser shit.
He was using through, but he put it on the right one on.
Yeah.
I was like.
Wow.
He's just literally trying to like fuck with me, and then like turned like the trim all the way down. I'm like, do you think I'm an idiot?
What the fuck? That's crazy.
So yeah, but that was like, I mean, I was so used to shit like that happening from like playing venues in LA.
They'll do that to you?
Oh my god!
No
like,
way.
DJs are a-holes.
What? Yeah, they are.
Like,
you know what? That's crazy. DJs are assholes, but the biggest assholes in the EDM game are the managers.
Oh, have you dealt with some horrible managers?
What? Before I was even, before my name rang bells, all the managers thought they were the artists. They thought they were the shit. You didn't deal with that?
It's like, no.
Well, probably your manager is a piece of shit then.
I don't have a manager.
Corey. No, I'm kidding.
I said, I don't. He said, I bet all the managers are pieces of shit. And then I was like, I don't have a manager. He's like, Corey. Yeah.
What I meant to say are assholes.
Hey, that's a little slightly mean.
But no, I mean, I haven't dealt with a lot of that, but I've definitely dealt with like I feel like especially in LA, because I like playing a lot of like the local clubs and stuff, like you definitely get like the annoying DJs who think they're the shit and then like try to fuck with you. Yeah, it's like, dude, like we're all here to support the same party and create the vibe. Like, let's like...
at one point, I think I was one of those DJs.
But it's crazy because so many of the DJs have like kind of taken me under their wing and been like super... Like the first freaking like 2 months after I like... literally bought a little joke of a DJ board. Like I was like playing dope clubs in LA. So like they like helped me a lot. There's so many ones that were like super dope and like literally like put me on. Yeah. And like, but yeah, then there's the other side of it that's like, but I was used to people like doing little slick shit like that, like switching out a plug or something. So like I've really, really learned my shit, like as you should.
Yeah, you have to. You got to be on top of your shit.
So,
because if you go on there and something's fucked up,
then like
your shit's ruined.
No one cares.
Yeah, no one's there helping you.
No one cares. No one. Yeah.
So many times. That's happened to me so many times.
What's your worst? I'm just happy that like everything has happened at like a small like at the very beginning, and I've picked up and learned quickly because shit, I'd rather have a malfunction at like a massive small show than like a massive show.
No, mine was in a big show in New York. It was huge. It was like
was in a big show.
It was 5,000 people, and
oh damn!
And I was just learning how to.
Is that when you grabbed the mic?
Oh, I had the mic the whole time at that point. There was like one channel, it was like you know how there's like USB and like mic. And
phono line.
I didn't know anything about that. I just thought shit. I thought that everybody would every city I would go to, it would be the same function, the same, the same things, the same inputs and everything. And then I got to New York and one was off and I didn't even know.
You didn't even know.
So I had to DJ off one CDJ. So every time I paused, I had to talk on the mic and play another song. And I had to do that for 45 minutes. But you know what saved me though? I'm not gonna lie. Ski Mask came out in my set.
It was
it was just one little switch. And I had everybody come through. I'm like, yo, what's happening? They'll come and they didn't even know what was happening. And all they had to do was turn one little knob. And that's it.
That's an important one.
And my set could have been a killer set. I remember that.
Would you do echo it out and then
I would reverb, echo, talking to mic.
That's tough.
Yeah, do a mosh pit.
Mosh pit to your voice.
Yeah, but like I said, the only thing that saved me and made that set very powerful.
Is your stage presence.
Stage and Ski Mask came out and did Take a Step Back. The fucked up.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? This set was crazy regardless.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah. And honestly, like the audience I know us as DJs know, like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But, like, people have no idea that it's supposed to, like, mix smoothly into the next song. Like,
People don't know shit.
People have no idea.
But if you fuck up, people are like, because I'm one of those. When I'm hearing a DJ,
it's a curse.
Yeah.
I can't enjoy myself out
I look at
anymore.
my friends, I'm like, this person sucks.
It's bad. It's a curse. You literally cannot enjoy a night out. If like even when the DJ's good, I'm still like so focused on like
on their transitions.
Like
what music they play.
And then even like I said, if they suck, then it's oh my God, I'm gonna go insane.
And you have your USB ready, like
I know, right? I literally don't go anywhere without mine, but it's like. Even if they're good, I'm like, I want this track. Or like, what track is this? Or like, like, it's a curse.
It is.
But,
everywhere I go, I'm always like that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any songs coming out soon?
I'm working on an EP, like EDM EP,
Woo-hoo.
like a tech house EP. Yeah, I'm trying to drop something very soon. You know, it's time.
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's time. I got to show you some stuff that
I have to show you some stuff too. Yeah. We should definitely get it in the studio soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop something soon.
What else is next for you? Any shows coming up that people can look out for?
August 4th, Santa Ana with a new artist I'm working with, MC Bob, and then I'm going on tour with Snow the Product.
Oh, sick.
So. Yeah, just look out for that.
U.S. tour?
Yeah, U.S. tour.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're amazing.
No, you're amazing.
It all goes back to Coachella 2019.
2019, right? How the world works.
Right. Let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Instagram.com.
Instagram.com.
Don Krez, DONKREZ. And on X, formerly known as Twitter. Same shit, DONKREZ. And on OnlyFans, DONKREZ.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm kidding. Hell no.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode of Get Off the Mic. We will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.